Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Texas Homeless Network. My name is Marcel Rivers, and I'm the Planning Engagement Coordinator. And today we will be talking about progressive engagement. What is progressive engagement? As you all can see on the screen, it is a person-centered approach to ending homelessness, focused on customizing support to meet the unique needs of individual or household. It involves assessing what strategies work best on their specific needs and circumstances. The goal is to help households exit homelessness as quickly as possible, even in the face of barriers, using minimal financial and support resources. Additional support is provided to those who face greater challenges in achieving housing stability and cannot maintain housing without ongoing assistance. Key components of progressive engagement. This one, I'm gonna just talk a little bit more in detail on some on these points, start with the least intervention. Begin by offering minimal but meaningful support, emergency shelter, food, hygiene. Services are scaled based on ongoing assessment of the individual's barriers and needs. The aim is to avoid overserving and to preserve limited resources for those with higher needs. And number two, client-driven approach. Individuals are not required to meet rigid conditions, sobriety, employment before receiving help, but instead, clients direct their own journey and services adapt accordingly. Builds trust and autonomy, which are often damaged by past trauma or institutional experiences. Number three, rapid rehousing as a first step. Many systems start with rapid rehousing, short-term rental assistance, and case management. If more support is needed, services can progress to permanent supportive housing or longer-term case management. This approach helps quickly exit homelessness and then build stability. Number four, assessment and ongoing evaluation. Engagement is based on regular assessments, not a single intake. These assessments look at housing barriers, mental health, income, trauma, history, etc. Adjustments are made as needs emerge, with the emphasis on early intervention. Five, prioritization of resources. Progressive engagement supports efficient allocation of limited housing and support resources. Light touch services to go to those with fewer needs, while intensive supports are reserved for those who truly need them, chronically homeless with current disorders as an example. Number six, trauma-informed and strategies-based. Recognize that individuals experiencing homelessness may have complex trauma. Emphasizes respect, safety, empowerment through the engagement process. Focuses on client strengths and resilience rather than deficits. Seven, flexibility and responsiveness. Services are not fixed. They expand or contract based on client's progress or Setbacks. Example, if a client loses housing again, the program responds with increased support, not penalties. Number eight, building long-term stability. While the initial engagement may be minimal, the goal is long-term housing stability. Encourages connection to employment, healthcare, community resources, and social networks. Progressive engagement approach to case management. Establish a flexible and effective client-provider relationship by recognizing the broader context of clients' life, including overlapping traumas and systemic oppression. Empowering clients to make their own informed decisions. Setting clear, realistic expectations and boundaries. Being open and responsive to feedback from clients and their families. Acknowledging that each client needs vary. Some may require intensive guidance, while others may need minimal support. Being mindful of both the limitations and the potential impact of the client prior provider relationship. Same skills, different approach. A shift in resource allocation means offering only the level of case management support needed, identified by each family, rather than assuming all require comprehension services. It's okay not to have all the answers up front. Information and understanding will develop over time. Engage in meaningful conversations as they naturally arise, rather than forcing everything at the beginning. The role of the program and provide is not to save clients, but to serve as a resource for exploring what successfully Tennessee looks like and to support families in building their own self-advocacy skills. Strive for a balance between a client-led approach and being a consistent, supportive presence when needed. What progressive engagement is not? One size fits all approach. It does not assign the same level of services or financial assistance to everyone. Predetermined pathways. Clients are not locked into long-term services from the start. A way to delay services is not about withholding help to see if someone deserves more. Linear or rigid, it is not a step-by-step program that everyone moves through the same way. Minimum first philosophy is not just doing the least, it's about starting small and scaling up based on real need. Lack of support, it does not mean denying long-term or intensive support to those who need it. It is not enabling. Progressive engagement versus enabling. As you can see on here, we have comparison of both. Progressive engagement support is tailored and responsive to actual needs. Encourages self-determination and independence. Adjusts assistance as stability improves or declines. Focuses on long-term housing stability. Empowers clients to lead their own progress. Enabling. Support continues regardless of effectiveness or accountability. Can intentionally reinforce dependency. Avoids setting boundaries or expectations. Focuses on immediate comfort without a plan. Overfunctions for clients without requiring engagement. Why is a progressive engagement important? It maximizes resources, ensures limited housing and financial support go to those who need them most when they need them. Promotes housing stability, provides the right level of support at the right time, increasing long-term housing success. Support client choice and dignity, respects individual strengths and autonomy. Clients only receive what they need, not what we assume. Reduce system barriers, avoids unnecessary delays and over-assessment. Clients can assess help faster. Adapts to real-time needs. Recognizes that situations changes and allows for flexibility in service delivery. Prevents overserving or underserving. Reduces waste and avoids burden clients with more than necessary or leaving them with too little. COC recipients in the Texas Balanced Continuum Care are required to adopt a progressive engagement model when calculating rental assistance. And for additional resources, we have right here the links of the Texas Balanced Continuum Care written standards of service delivery. So please be sure that you are following the written standards that we have provided. Also, you can look into the National Alliance to End Homelessness with the Progressive Engagement Fact Sheet. And it also has what is a Progressive Engagement blog that you can sign up for. And also a homelessness response. Why use a progressive engagement approach? I hope this is very helpful to you all. As you all know, we're here to assist you. And if you have any additional questions or would like to reach out for additional training or technical assistance, please do not hesitate to reach out. All right, you all have a good day.